Hello and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever thought about Poland? Maybe you picture a cold, grey, post-Soviet landscape, or perhaps you've heard jokes that paint a picture of a simple, rural nation. You're not alone. Many people, especially in the United States, have a picture of Poland that's decades out of date. But what if I told you that most of what you think you know is completely wrong? Today, we're diving into the surprising truths behind the most common American misconceptions about Poland, and by the end of this video, you'll see this fascinating and vibrant country in a whole new light. If you've ever been curious about the real Poland, stick around because you're about to be amazed. The most persistent and outdated stereotype is the idea that Poland is a cold, economically underdeveloped country. This misconception is often a hangover from the Cold War era, where images of Soviet-era architecture and struggling economies dominated the narrative. However, Poland today is a modern, thriving member of the European Union. Its economic transformation since the fall of communism has been nothing short of remarkable. Major cities like Warsaw, Krakow and Wrocław are bustling with cutting-edge architecture, world-class universities and a booming tech sector. The infrastructure is modern, with high-speed trains and well-maintained highways connecting major urban centers. In fact, Poland has one of the fastest-growing economies in Europe, and it's a hub for international businesses and innovation. This dynamic reality is a far cry from the grey, depressed image that many Americans still hold. Next, let's talk about the weather. Many people in the US are surprised to learn that Poland actually has 4 distinct seasons. While it's true that winters can be cold and snowy, with temperatures dropping below freezing, the idea of an eternal Arctic freeze is simply not accurate. Summers can be quite warm, even hot and humid, with average temperatures reaching into the 70s and 80s Fahrenheit. The country is also home to beautiful beaches along the Baltic Sea coast, a fact that surprises many who associate Poland only with mountains and forests. The image of a polar landscape is a gross oversimplification, and the reality is a much more varied and enjoyable climate. Another deeply ingrained misconception is that Polish people are all conservative, devout Catholics. It's true that Catholicism has a deep and profound history in Poland, serving as a pillar of national identity, particularly during centuries of foreign occupation. The visit of Pope John Paul II in the 1970s is often credited with galvanizing the solidarity movement that ultimately led to the end of communism. However, Polish society today is far from a monolith. While a large percentage of the population identifies as Catholic, church attendance is on a steady decline, especially among young people in urban areas. The country is experiencing a cultural shift, with a growing number of individuals who are more secular, liberal, and open to diverse lifestyles and beliefs. This evolution is particularly visible in major cities, where you'll find a progressive and tolerant atmosphere that challenges the old stereotype. Then there's the food. For many Americans, Polish cuisine is summed up by a few stereotypes: heavy, meat and potato-based, and perhaps a bit bland. While it's hard to deny the deliciousness and comfort of dishes like shabawy, breaded pork cutlet, gołąbki, cabbage rolls, and of course pierogi, to think this is all there is to Polish food is a massive oversimplification. Poland's culinary scene is rich and varied, with a strong emphasis on seasonal and local ingredients. You'll find incredible soups like żurek, sour rye soup, and borscht, beetroot soup, as well as a wide array of dishes featuring freshwater fish, game meats, and a variety of forest mushrooms. The country is also experiencing a vibrant culinary renaissance, with modern chefs putting new twists on traditional recipes and a growing number of innovative restaurants and food trucks. Perhaps one of the most frustrating misconceptions for Poles is the idea that their country is almost like Russia. This is a profound misunderstanding of both geography and history. While the two countries share a complex history, including centuries of conflict and a period of Soviet domination, their cultures, languages, and political alignments are fundamentally different. Poland has a deep-seated Western European identity, forged over centuries of interaction with its neighbors to the west. It has a long history of resisting Russian influence and is a staunch member of NATO and the EU. The Polish language uses the Latin alphabet, and while it's a Slavic language, it is not mutually intelligible with Russian. To equate the two is to ignore centuries of Polish identity and a deep-seated pride in their independence and Western alignment. Another common misconception is that all Polish people are named Polac and are the butt of Polish jokes. This offensive and outdated stereotype, which paints Poles as unintelligent, is a remnant of a bygone era. It was often used to belittle Polish immigrants who came to the US in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, many of whom were uneducated peasants. The truth is that Poland has a rich intellectual history, producing world-renowned scientists like Marie Curie, composers like Frédéric Chopin, and writers like Olga Tokarczuk, who won the Nobel Prize in Literature. The education system is highly respected, and Polish people are known for their resilience, hard work, and ingenuity. Finally, the stereotype that Poles only drink vodka is another exaggeration. While vodka is a traditional spirit and consumption is still relatively high, younger Poles, like their Western European counterparts, are increasingly turning to other drinks, like craft beers, fine wines, and creative cocktails. The idea of Poles constantly downing shots of vodka is a caricature, though it can still be a part of celebratory occasions, particularly during family gatherings and weddings. So the next time you hear a tired old stereotype about Poland, you'll know the real story. It's a country of stunning landscapes, a dynamic economy, a rich and evolving culture, and a people who are proud of their heritage, but always looking to the future. If you found this information insightful and want to support our work, please consider joining our channel membership. It's a great way to help us continue making great content and get access to exclusive perks. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.